catfish. Well, the catfish we'll be selling catfish at the state fair this year, and that's very difficult to get in. I would like to tell you we also have a page program. In the page program, we will have young people from 3 to 16. Now, we started this program because, as you know, we don't have operettas and school plays and things like we used to.
Yes, ma'am.
And therefore, it's very, very difficult to wait until a child is 17 or 18 and start them.
Give them culture and stuff.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have an extort program.
Oh, I like
we
that.
have some extorts, and we do this because we realize that if we are going to move as a race, we all must move together.
Yes, ma'am.
So therefore, we have the pages that are looking at the contestants and dreaming of the day that they will become contestants. We have the escorts who really understand how to treat ladies.
All right.
And that's very, very important.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
And how to look the part. And I want you to see the escorts as being coordinated this year by Mr. Berlin Nero. But when we go to state, Mrs. Daniel from Lawton, Oklahoma will be coordinating that part of it.
Down in Lawton.
Yes, and Lawton is on the ball. They have a young lady that's from one of the islands that will be representing Cameron University.
All right.
We also have Mrs. Williams from Tulsa, who will be in Oklahoma City, and who will be during the opening number. We have...
The whole state's involved, huh?
The whole state. It is a state pageant.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want you to remember that. There will be at least 20 or 25 states, state cities, communities, and colleges that are participating. And Oklahoma University and Oklahoma State University, many of the universities have already selected that one person that will come to Oklahoma City.
So it's happening. It's happening this Sunday. It's going to be quite a big event.
No, this Saturday.
I'm sorry, this Saturday. I apologize. What is going to be different this Saturday at your event that hadn't happened maybe in the past? And you have any new events, any kind of way you're going to switch it up? Anything different is going to be the same or whether you've been doing it in the past?
When you say same old what?
Well, are you going to do? Is the pageant going to be set up in the same way that it has been in past years? Are you going to do some different things, or?
No, I'm not going to change because this is what happens. I'm just like the people that would be supporting the Ebony Fair. You notice they do the same thing. If something is working, why change it?
Ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
Right, and this is what it's going to be. It's better every time. Okay. And our pageant this year will be better than it has ever been because of the fact that we have what few people have, and that is experience. Now, on the state level, the young ladies will have to come to Oklahoma City on June the 18th and stay through the 25th and be trained.
Yeah.
Now, training is the main thing. Out of our pageant, we want our young people to be able to go out, face the world, and make a difference in the world.
Yes, ma'am.
We don't see things as these are bad children. Things are bad. We see them as opportunities for our people to move ahead, and we cannot move ahead unless we are exposed. Now, I don't believe in slow learners because I don't know any slow eaters. I believe in people really going to town. Now, our pageant is really strict. We have rules that we have to go by. And we have 3 rules that are basic. Discipline, discipline, discipline. And with those 3 rules, we can have a good pageant.
Yes, ma'am. That's very important.
A great pageant. A wonderful pageant.
Oh, yeah.
It is out of sight.
And what I love about it is, like you said, you are preparing these young women for any situation in life, even after the interviewing process, how to meet and greet with persons, no matter who they are. So they can go anywhere they want to go. They can talk to anybody they want to talk to and be well represented, represent themselves as well.
Our emphasis is not on beauty. And we have been criticized because people have come to us and say, I don't think that girl should have won. Well, our pageant is based upon where these young people are going when they leave here.
Should be.
For example, we have one young lady who's now president of a big company in Maryland. We have one that's a promoter in Seattle, Washington. We just watch these people just climb the ladder of success, and that's what it's all about.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a record unlike any other record of any pageant. And I think that's very, very important.
Well, a lot of that has to do with you and the success and all of the hard work and experience
Not me, it
that
has
you've
to
done.
do with you, Fred Atkins, and Fred is called, he's bullet bugs.
Oh, yeah.
It has to do with the backings of the people. Now, it's not Clara Luper. It's a combination of people that have come along the Wilma Rays, the Gloria Matthews, and others and say, this is what we need to do.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not a one-person show. I believe in committees.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in listening to people, because the older I get, the more I'm convinced that I don't have all of the answers. In fact, I have few answers.
Well, you could have fooled us. You could have fooled us.
Well, that's a wise woman speaking to us right now. Ms. Luper, we appreciate everything that you're doing in our community, and particularly in young people's lives, instilling them the type of commitment and discipline that it needs to take to succeed in life.
And that's exactly right. And life is nothing but competition. That's all it is. That's all it is.
That's right.
That's all it is.
And if you want ticket information, you can call Ms. Luper at 405-424-3949. You can go by Stell's Restaurant here in Oklahoma City. And what was the daycare again, Ms. Luper?
What was the date?
The daycare?
That's Chauncey Shadina's daycare.
Chauncey?
Yes.
Chardina's Daycare.
Chardina's Daycare, and there's a lot of young women that are participating. If you know a young woman who would like to participate in future events, you can call about information about that and all the criteria that it takes to become involved, because it's a wonderful thing to become involved in. You know, I look back when I was a young woman, I wish I had participated. Now, knowing what I know now, I wish I had participated. Probably would have helped shape my life in a different way. But we appreciate what you're doing with young women as well as young men. So definitely you want to get out and support these young women. It's Miss Black Oklahoma City, taking place this weekend, this Saturday, at the Brickdown Convention Center, promptly at 7:30. 7:30, folks.
7:30, folks.
Sharp.
Mrs. Letty Ruth Hunter is the coordinator of judges, along with Mrs. Eleanora Douglas, Mr. Richard Brown. It's wonderful. And I'm really excited about it. In Oklahoma City, here we go. We don't have to talk about what's going to happen unless you're talking about Miss Black Oklahoma City on Saturday night at exactly what time?
7:30.
7:30.
All right, that's right. And don't forget about the Soul Bazaar. It's coming up as well in April, folks. And we're gonna have some great times.
I'm going to be emceeing.
All right.
All right.
And you have to be emceeing.
Yep.
I shall as well.
All right.
How about that?
Tell them about my MC.
That's right. We will definitely be there. Karen, I'll be emceeing the event. Looking forward to it. Most definitely. We'll be there with bells on.
Yes.
All right.
Tickets only $10. Don't make excuse. Be there and show your support for these young ladies and all of their endeavors, and support Miss Luper and all her endeavors as well.
Because she supported this community, this nation, this world for a long time. And come out and support Miss Luper. We're gonna get you.
Our theme is Keys for Success.
Yes, ma'am.
Keys for Success. This is Clara Luper saying I'll see you on Saturday night. Thank you so very kindly.
Thank you, Miss Luper.
Wait a minute,
God
let me
bless
ask you, do you think I have two good MCs?
I
think you have the best.
I think you do.
And it's the best page. And thank you.
All right.
We'll be right back with more of a mic after this.
The Mouth Sore Case Files, sponsored by Xylactin. Meet Dr. Brown.
Hello.
Dr. Brown is a dentist.
I love my job.
She has a patient with a mouth sore,
Painful mouth sore.
which makes checkups a real nightmare.
Ouch.
Thankfully, Dr. Brown knows about Xylactin B.
Try Xylactin B.
Xylactin B speeds relief with a bioadhesive,
A patented bioadhesive.
plus a powerful medicine to relieve pain,
For up to 6 hours.
so her patient can eat and drink pain-free. Nice work, doctor.
Your turn.
Me? Got a mouth sore? Zap it with Xylactin.
Come out to Oklahoma's oldest family trade show, the 2005 Soul Bazaar, taking place March 11th and 12th at the Bricktown Central Plaza Hotel. Get your booth now to sell your items. Call now for more information. 424-3939.
Oklahoma Natural Gas and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company is proud to present the 26th Annual Black Heritage Edition, featuring the undiscovered of Paul Robertson, an artist journey from 1898 to 1939. Make sure you get this collector's item inside this week's Black Chronicle newspaper today.
Check out the Touch 1140 AM online at perry-pub-broadcasting.com. The new Touch 1140 AM website has the latest community news, upcoming events, remotes, giveaways, and cool info on your favorite DJs. So what are you waiting for? Log on now at perry-pub-broadcasting.com. You're listening to KGTO in Tulsa, KKRX Lawton, and KRMP Oklahoma City, all Perry broadcasting stations. Stay tuned for the second hour of the Open Mic Talk Show with Fred Elkin, Kara Black, and Carl King. You've been listening to the only Oklahoma radio talk show targeting issues for African Americans on a local, state, and national level. The Open Mic Talk Show. The comments you heard on this program do not reflect the views or opinions of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting. You've been listening to the Open Mic Talk Show on KKRX Lawton, KGTO Tulsa, and KRMP Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. All are Perry Broadcasting radio stations. Call the Open Mic Talk Show at 460-1140 or toll free at 866-818-5877 or star 1140 for cellular phone users.
It's 53 minutes after the 9 o'clock hour. We're about to wrap up this first hour and right here on Open Mic. And we'd like to thank Ms. Luper for stopping in and joining us this morning.
Certainly.
Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant taking place this weekend on Saturday. You heard it live and direct. Me and Clara will be in the house as MCs of the event, and we hope that you will be there as well. Tickets are only $10. Come out and support all of the young women and their efforts as they try to go on and gain the crown. And what they're really gaining is a lot of perspective into life when they're participating in these things, you know, getting scholarship money, making connections for future endeavors. I mean, it is wonderful. You should take advantage of it. If you're a young woman out there, don't be like I used to be in the past, looking at it like, oh, you know, it's too girly and all this stuff. Right. It is very beneficial to you.
It is.
You look at women, Halle Berry, who participated in pageants when she was coming up. Omarosa, even though, you know, everybody know Omarosa paid her tuition through school, which a lot of these young women, that is what they enter these pageants to, because you get your tuition paid, your room and board, paying for books, and it definitely helps out because you can come into a lot of funds as well as, you know, affording your education, and it is just a wonderful opportunity. So we look forward to the event. If you want more information about tickets, call 405-424-3949.
That's right. Go to the polls and see what's happening in the great state of Oklahoma. Good morning. Welcome to Open Mic. Caller, are you there? Phone lines are open to you all across the state. You're listening to Open Mic on the Touch on KRMP AM 1140 in Oklahoma City, KGTO 1050 in Tulsa, and KKRX Lawton Fort Seal.
Well, I hope everybody's been thinking about the question as far as the death penalty for young people, or the lack of a death penalty for people 18 and under when they commit violent crimes against another person, whether it's another youth or an adult. And this has come to light. They said that, you know, it's cruel and unusual punishment for a young child because a child, someone who is 18 and under, they're saying, doesn't have the same maturity or intellect when in a situation. And you know, that's hard for me to understand because you know right from wrong.
I mean, that is kind of, well, you know what, your sentiments kind of echo a lot of what a lot of the parents were saying who were, it's
the
70,
victims?
yes, of the victim's family. It's 70 people who are eligible to be removed from death row because of this. It'll be 70 people removed from this for this particular statute. And they were saying that what's the difference between a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old? Like, not a lot. And but you have to draw the line somewhere. I mean, do you not? Do you say, well, what? That's a tough one. That is a really tough one.
It is.
Tough.
And you know what? I know a lot of people out there saying, well, Carrie, you don't even believe in the death penalty. I don't. But I think that this ruling is sending mixed messages, and I'm just thinking of the adverse effects that it's going to have for a lot of people, like from the statement I made earlier. You know, you have people who are involved with young people who end up dealing with adults who are involved in criminal activity, and they use them for their benefit. And I could see them using these young people who are looking to please their OGs or whomever it might be, trying to gain points with them, and finding themselves in a bad situation.
Yeah.
A terrible situation. You know, spending life in prison is no fun for anybody. You know, that's your whole life taken away from you, especially if you're a young person.
I mean,
being totally institutionalized is and we have too many young people who are institutionalized already, going in and out of juvenile facilities, back and forth, you know, and it starts young.
Right.
It starts young, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Once you get that one little rap on there, even though they say, you know, you're a juvenile and it won't play until you're 18, they still have that. When they get your driver's license, they pull you over, stop, that stuff still comes up.
Sure does.
They're not supposed to use it against you because you're a juvenile, but they do, and they say, oh yeah, he's got a record.
Aha!
You know, he's got a record already.
Boy, the phone lines are blowing up. I guess they want to talk to us, Kara.
Yeah.
Good morning. Welcome to Open Mic. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Tulsa.
Okay, how you doing up in Tulsa?
I'm doing fine this morning. Look, my comment on this, people do crime at a young age. Just don't get a hold of them, then the law will. And, you know, if they old enough to do the crime, they old enough to do the time.
But do you think if they commit a heinous crime that they should get the death penalty?
I mean, you know, I hate to say it, but yeah. I mean, if you got to kill somebody, then, you know, you should be killed.
So you would agree with eye for an eye? Is that what you believe in?
That's what I'm going. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
All right. Appreciate you calling and comment. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to Open Mic.
Good morning, Carl and Carrie. How y'all doing?
We're doing fine. How about yourself, sir?
Doing good. Hey, Carl, listen, as far as this death penalty thing, I am a proponent of the death penalty. I believe it.
Okay.
I believe it deters crime. I believe that people plot on crime all the time, like the BTK person. I mean, of course, we need death penalty for those situations. But I do agree that there needs to be something for these young kids who have their whole life in front of them. And based on their environment or whatever they've been in, they've done whatever they've done. I think there needs to be a mandatory sentence. Like if you're not 18, then if you kill someone, then there needs to be at least 30 years. And then we'll look at a possibility of parole, how you've progressed in prison or incarceration. Now, that's my point on that. You guys got any feedback on that? Because I have something else for you.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. I want to know, how come you guys haven't kicked off a town hall meeting? We got some of the best people in Oklahoma that we can do this with, Mr. Perry, Mr. Luper, who you just had on this morning. I mean, there are other people in the state that we can do just what Travis Smiley did on a state level.
Would you believe that that's in the works right now?
Oh, well, go ahead then.
All right. Next. No, what's up, brother? So anything else, Brother Rich, you want to talk about today, man?
That's it, man.
Okay, man, you have a great day, man.
Thanks for calling. Yeah,
Look out for that family.
We are definitely working on that, definitely, because it is needed here in the state of Oklahoma. We talked a lot, but it's not just indicative here in Oklahoma, as you can see on the state of Black America Union. Black American Union. That is what's called the state of...
Whatever. I'm with your sister. You're right. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It is everywhere. So
yeah,
it is a call for us to get together on a local level as well as a state level and utilize all of the intellects that we have, our business leaders and representatives and even, the common layperson. We all need to come together where we can have a plan, have a covenant. It's not a contract. It's a covenant with one another and how we're going to move forward with our agenda for Black America. And I think one of the most important is our youth, because we have some of the highest rate of youth in juvenile facilities right now. It's just ridiculous.
And you know what, Kara, something that I wanted to clarify for yesterday, something that I didn't understand about. We were talking about home ownership. And we were talking, and I stated that home ownership was down in the African American community. Oklahoma is one of the states that it's down in the African American community, up and everything, but Oklahoma, black folks, it's down. So I was right and wrong at the same time. Okay, I just wanted to make that correction because I did make a misstatement and I wanted to correct that. It's the African American ownership in Oklahoma is really down. Really down. But, man, I'm telling you, you got the home ownership fair that happened last weekend. You got the things coming on in the JFK neighborhood with our good friends over at Northeast Church of Christ. It's going to come around. I went by there yesterday and saw some of those homes or whatever, and having to put the old eye on the old DHS Trojans over there, coming along nicely. That neighborhood is really, really, from an eyesore to little buckets and whatnot to the culmination of having a beautiful neighborhood coming together in a beautiful school. It's awesome.
As well as the Urban League is building homes all over
Urban
the place as well. So there's a lot of opportunities for those who would like to become homeowners, as well as the Section 8 program, which can enable a lot of people who are currently on Section 8 to become homeowners as well. Those programs are available, and for us first-time, there are so many first-time buyer programs that are out there that it's just crazy. They got money just sitting waiting to give it to folks, and all you got to do is take advantage of it, folks. You want to own your home. It's the first step. This could be, your starter home.
Man.
Or it could be your home for life. Whatever, it depends on you. But you can make it happen. It's 2 minutes after 10 o'clock hour. This hour is brought to you by the #1 Fan Store, located in Crossroads Mall, the upper level, right next door to Dillard's. Tell owner Roger Sanders that Open Mic sent you. Our phone lines are open to you. We're talking about the death penalty for those who are 18 and under. The Supreme Court just ruled that it is unconstitutional to give the death penalty to anyone who's committed a crime prior to their 18th birthday. And there were some they were talking about, there are incidents where they can wait to try the person until they are...
Yeah, that's the great part. I'm glad you brought that up, sis. That's cold there. That's wrong. I mean, it's like, do it or don't do it. It's kind of...
It's kind of like how your mama used to make you wait to get a whooping.
Oh, that's the worst.
You're sitting there and you're waiting. You're still incarcerated and everything. But, the other thing about the death penalty is that we have so many people that are on death row right now with the appeals process that some of them expire before they even get to their death date.
That's true. Very true.
Their death date, but not like in states here in Oklahoma and Texas. But anyway,
they don't play. If you're going to get executed,
they got a day, you're going to get executed.
You're going to go. That's period. It's not going to happen. Keating and President Bush, as well as the gentleman who's down there now, they don't play.
Governor Henry, he's actually asked for some dates to go ahead and be taken care of.
They want,
because it's costing taxpayers money. When the longer that you keep someone who's supposed to be given the death penalty, I don't. Even with that, even though I don't believe in the death penalty, why not? If you have someone you give them the death penalty, why not do it like the next day?
Exactly.
Just get it over with.
Get it over with.
Why are you torturing them in the process? If that's the case, give them life in prison.
That's cruel and unusual punishment.
That is cruel and unusual punishment.
I think
if you're going to do it, be just like in the days when they were hanging people. They try you right then, and then it's over with.
What do they call
done deal?
A firing squad. I mean, something. Do something.
But you've got them sitting there, and the state is paying for it. But then that would bring back to the whole thing. Prisons are big business, so they know they want to make the money.
Oftentimes, too, the larger crimes are perpetrated by the death row inmates. They go in there and stab and kill people. They don't care. They're on death row.
They got nothing to lose.
They have nothing to lose. Most of the major crimes, they do stuff in there like in a major way. The death row guys, they don't play. The guards are very, very, they're nervous around any inmate, so to speak, but they're very, very nervous about death row inmates because they have nothing to lose, and they will take your life and they'll hurt you.
Well, that's not true about all of them.
No, not all of them. No, certainly not. No. I don't mean to make that.
But you have the gentleman.
You have a large contingency, though, of people of death row that do commit violent crimes and violent acts while in prison. I mean, they do not have anything to lose, and they'll hurt you.
Yeah, well, that's why they're isolated. They have their own wing and the individual cells. They don't have. They don't share the cells with.
The guards.
They're there in isolation, and you have a lot of them who do have a change of heart before their conviction, and you have a lot of people who are on death row who are not guilty of the crimes that they've been charged with as well. Looking at that, our legal system has a lot of flaws. But we're talking about the Supreme Court ruling about juveniles under the age of 18 not being able to be sentenced with the death penalty. We want to know what you think about it. Give us a call, 405-460-1140. Star 1140 is a free call for singular wireless customers. Toll free, 1-866-818-5877. You can't get through the phone line. Send us an email at openmic@perry-pub-broadcasting.com. We'll go back to the phones. Good morning. You're on Open Mic. Where are you calling from?
Oklahoma City.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you.
Good morning.
Please clarification. Death row. About 15 years ago, when I was working on death row as a chaplain, they did have individual cells. Then about when they put a new wing in McAllister, they went to double cells.
Oh, okay.
Carl.
Yes, sir.
You have random stabbings on death row,
Mm-hmm.
People make shanks out of anything.
I know it, man. That's incredible how they, toothbrushes and just file down all kind of stuff there on the walls and make all kind of weapons. That's unbelievable.
But Carl, in the Cook County Jail, back 5,000 inmates.
Cook County, that's in Chicago for people who don't know.
Our town where Clara used to live.
Mm-hmm.
5,000 inmates. They had all kind of shanks. They had pistols, real pistols. Let me tell you something. Let me give you a peep into the mind of a convict. Stateville Prison in Illinois by Joliet. Gangs were so tough. Prison, the female guards were prostituted by certain gangs. You hear me? That guards literally paid to be able to work there. I know it's hard to believe, but man, let me tell you something. Prison is another world.
Oh, yeah.
Living on death row, Clara, is like living your worst nightmare. Your worst nightmare. The worst time that a person could ever feel in their life, if you want to be in a matchbox or be in a closet, that's how living on death row is. And those guys are like in a sea trying to survive, studying law, trying to find a loophole, trying to find an answer to get off.
All righty. Sorry we lost your call. Your cell phone is breaking up. Please call back.
Yeah.
Good morning. Welcome to Open Mic. Where are you calling from?
Norman.
Go ahead, Norman.
Yeah, I made a comment. I was saying in Maryland when the D.C. sniper was going on, and at first I felt like, the boy and the man should got the death penalty, but hello?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, when I look into the story more, the little boy, Lee Malvo, came